YouTube, you would know that I did a video back in November of last year on Paul Walker when he passed. Now, whenever an actor, actress, or filmmaker had anything to do with a movie that was a big part of my life, I gotta say something and do a video on it. And this person that I'm getting ready to talk about is no different. On Monday, August 11th, 2014, Robin Williams passed away at age 63 from an apparent suicide. When I heard about this news, I was in shock and I had the wind taken out of me because I practically grew up on most of this man's work. And I just want to take the time to talk about this man's work and what it meant to me. Robin Williams was one of the greatest comedic actors and let alone one of the best actors in the business today. And he left behind great pieces of work. One of my favorite comedies of all time is Mrs. Doubtfire. I know this particular film isn't considered his greatest, but Jumanji was another good one. Back when I was a kid, I used to be afraid of that movie. Like the scene where the younger version of Robin Williams' character, the first time he got sucked into the Jumanji board game, I was terrified of that game. I remember the first time I saw this scene, I was like, But then as I got older, I never got scared of that movie again. In fact, recently, I kid you not, last week I revisited that movie on Netflix. Then a week later, this happens. I don't know, but maybe that was God's way of trying to tell me to watch one of Robin Williams' films because pretty soon, very, very soon, he's not going to be with us shortly. There are many great other films that he did, like Popeye the Sailor Man. Hook is another great one, as well as many others. Recently, he had a cameo in Lee Daniels' The Butler, where he played President Eisenhower. I know some critics, as well as most people, didn't really like this film, but I don't care what anyone says. I absolutely love this movie, and I'll never forget the first time I saw it, and that is Death to Smoochie. Death to Smoochie was a dark comedy that was directed by Danny DeVito, and Robert Williams, he played Rainbow Randolph, alongside Edward Norton as the title character, Smoochie the Rhino. Now, he's also done some serious acting as well, like, for example, in the movie Insomnia, where Robert Williams plays the villain, and he stole the entire movie. Insomnia is also one of those movies where it's also, outside of the Batman films, it's also one of Christopher Nolan's most underrated and also one of his best. But in any movie where you upstage Al Pacino, that's something that doesn't come along often. And that's saying a lot about your abilities as an actor. Another serious role of his was in the movie 1 Hour Photo. He plays this lonely, creepy photo guy, and Robin Williams totally embodied him. And he was phenomenal in the movie. Now, 3 other films that I haven't mentioned, and that is because to my everlasting shame, I have not seen them, and trust me, after the news of Robin Williams passing, I'm definitely going to take the time to watch those films. Because let's all face it, we're all on a Robin Williams binge right now. But I have not seen Good Will Hunting, Dead Poet Society, and Good Morning Vietnam. But don't worry, again, I'm on a Robin Williams binge right now, so I'm going to take the time to see those movies. But the one movie I haven't mentioned, and that's because it's my #1 favorite movie by him, it's all leading up to this, Aladdin. I absolutely adore that movie, and to this day I still watch it from time to time, or at least once a year. Aladdin is one of my favorite Disney movies, and let alone one of my favorite animated movies, period. That movie meant so much to me when I was growing up because, I'm going to be honest, my first introduction to movies was all the Disney movies that came out in the early years of what some call the Disney Renaissance, which consist of The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King. To me, those 4 movies right there were the golden age of Disney of my time, along with other movies that came out during that time, like even Pocahontas, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Mulan, and Tarzan. To me, all those movies still hold up to me today because all those movies had the same intention as the 4 predecessors that came out before them. But Aladdin was such a great film, all because of what Robin Williams contributed to the genie. The genie is one of the greatest supporting characters ever made, and he taught me that even the supporting characters can outshine the main characters. And Robin Williams made the genie his. During the making of Aladdin, Robin Williams ad-libbed and improv most of the genie, that by the end, they had 16 hours of recordings of Robin Williams playing the genie. I can't stress how much of a great comedic actor Robin Williams was, but at the same time I can't stress how much of a great actor he was, period. Robin Williams proved that even comedic actors can become serious actors as well, and that's the thing about comedic actors, is that they have a dark side to them. They can pull from that. That's why they're funny, because they deflect with humor. As much of a funny man Robin Williams was, and I'm pretty sure he was a very nice human being as well, it still doesn't change the fact that he died from an apparent suicide, or sort of saying we don't really know yet, but Robin Williams was battling depression for years now. But it saddens me that someone would just take their own life, and it just proves that even the happiest and seemingly fine people, even they have a dark side to them and not well on the inside, and that they have demons still haunting them. I bring this up simply because I want to bring awareness to this, and maybe either you or you may know someone who's battling depression right now. And all that person really needs is a support group or just simply someone to talk to. But like, you never really know how someone's feeling in the inside until you talk to them, or if God forbid, they kill themselves. What I'm getting ready to say, and don't take this the wrong way, or I don't want people to get the wrong idea, but I believe that with every death, it also sheds life on a situation. And maybe God planned this so that some light can get shed on the issue of depression. So to anyone that is watching this video, if you're battling with depression right now, please talk to someone. Trust me, it will get better in the long run. As for Robin Williams, my thoughts and his prayers go out to his family. The work that this man, this comedic genius, this artist, his work will never be forgotten. I'm not going to do my signature send-off that I do in most of my videos because I feel it's a little inappropriate for this situation. So I'm simply going to end this video by simply saying this. Robin Williams had the gift of bringing joy and laughter to the world. And for that, I thank you, Robin Williams, and your work will truly be remembered, and we will truly miss you.